told you guys this is my favorite shirt. This is my favorite shirt, and oh my gosh. Let's have those off for a second. But haven't done this in a minute, but I had a thought the other day that I wanted to share with you guys, and I've been really contemplative lately, having to think a lot about my life, make decisions about my life, really just like make choices, which like the part of adulting nobody tells you is that your decisions are yours to make and yours alone. Like, how am I supposed to decide for myself what I'm gonna do for the next 10 years of my life, or even the next year? You know, I don't know, like when you're a kid, everything is made for you. But now when you've reached, and even in your early adulthood, you ask for your parents' advice or whatever, at least that's what I did. But now I'm at that point in life where, damn, I really gotta decide whether or not I want rice or sima for dinner. Like, that's my decision to make. Or if I want to, I don't know, whatever big decision I have to make. And because of that, I've been really feeling reflective. That's what I've been trying to say. I've been feeling reflective, and one of the things I've been reflecting about has been this thing of starting things, because I'm sure you know this by now, somebody who like isn't afraid to start things. You know, I have done so many things, like some that I've finished, some that just went, yo, what happened with that? I don't know. But more than anything, I love to build things. I'm somebody who loves to build and start things, and I don't know, like that's really who I am. And like, I don't think I'm the kind of person who's ever gonna be doing one thing. Like, I've tried it and it sucked the joy out of me. And yeah, and with everything that I've built, there's something I have learned, which is failure. Failure is a big part of starting and building things. And the reason this has been a big thing for me is because I spent like first 2 years of therapy working through my fear of failure and where it comes from, and how often that fear of failure would either stop me entirely from pursuing things, or it would cripple me and make me stop doing them, right? And shout out my therapist, we got to the root of that. And I think for the first time since that time 3 years ago where I worked through this, I've had for the first time the opportunity to actually face that fear of failure in the face and be like, I see you, but I know better now, and I'm gonna do better now, you know? And just seeing myself again overcome that huge thing and having a new relationship with failure, and especially with the things I'm doing now, whether be it the coffee basket, content, even work, even everything, like clients, there's always gonna be room for failure. There's always gonna be, what if I disappoint this client? What if I don't meet the deadline? What if I just don't deliver? Or what if this thing fails and I've spent so much money? What if I make a huge mistake, you know? And like, yo, the what ifs are endless. And like at some what ifs are even higher, you know? Like, if I've poured all my savings into this thing and it fails, like, I've lost money, right? Or if I've poured my heart and soul into this relationship and it fails, and it's like, I've lost emotional vulnerability. And even that in itself is like, I don't think at this point, I really don't think that you're losing anything by pouring yourself into things. It is hard, it is difficult, but I feel like overall, like, there's more benefit that you get from actually trying than from not trying at all. So hence I'm like, I'm gonna push things, I'm gonna try things, I'm gonna experiment as much as I can. But another big lesson I've been having, man, all these big lessons are, so this is like the main, 4 minutes into this is the main thing I'm trying to say, is when it comes to failure, I am learning that me failing and the things that I am doing failing are two different things. And that's been a little groundbreaking for me, to be quite honest. This past week, it's been like, yo, that's really true. Like, if I start this YouTube channel and like it doesn't meet the goals and expectations I had, the YouTube channel failed. Or yes, let's just call it that for now. I think those terms can be debated. But I didn't, right? I didn't fail. It feels like that because everything feels personal. But if a project or something didn't go as you expected, it's very easy to think you're the failure as opposed to, man, this thing just didn't work out. And I think I've internalized everything I do so much that those failures at some point were gonna start to feel personal. And my initial inclination to things is always to look inside myself and think, am I inadequate? As opposed to like, damn, I poured myself the best way I could and things didn't work out, you know? And so I've just realized how unhealthy that was for me, and particularly now where, as I said, like the things I'm building cost more. I'm giving so much materialistically, whether money, resources, emotional time, whatever. But remembering that as much as I'm giving all these things, they're not me. My identity isn't in that. Like, I am me, and so when they fail, when they succeed, I can have a healthy relationship with success and not feel like, oh, this thing became successful, so look at me, I am whatever. Or at the same time not look at the failure and be like, oh no, I'm a failure. And I don't know, I feel like that's been sober-minded, giving me a level of sober-mindedness, especially when it comes to fear of failure, because it's something that's always going to be there, and there's a 50-50 chance. You might fail, you might succeed, and oftentimes I've chosen to not even find out what my chances were, and I'm trying to fight that a lot. And this is a breakthrough in me understanding that I am not my failures, and I'm never going to be my failures, and that my identity can actually be rooted in other things that are not the things I'm doing in the world. Because, man, my productivity doesn't define me, things don't define me, possessions don't define me. There's so much more to who I am than external things and external validation, and I think that's starting to really sink in, and to be quite honest, feels kind of good. Feels very, very good. Hey friends, thank you so much for watching this video. I just wanted to say quick announcement. I'm gonna set up a Q&A because I wanted to figure out a way to engage with you guys and answer your questions. And I don't know, I've always wanted to do a Q&A video, but just not from my like Instagram or Twitter and stuff. I wanted it to be questions from you guys, the YouTube community, and so obviously I can't set one up here because I don't have enough subscribers. Sorry if my hand is shaking, I'm holding this in my hand. But I just wanted to say I'm gonna set up something in the link description that you can, a link that will take you to somewhere you can ask me questions, or you can even drop comments and ask me your questions in the comment section below, and I'll be able to answer them in the next video. You can ask me anything really, life, productivity, anything that we've talked about in this channel or even outside of this. I would love to just hear back from you and talk to you guys and feel like I'm engaging with you guys, and that's like one of my personal limitations for YouTube at this moment. And so I would love to just chat with you guys because it's been a minute, and so we're gonna do a little chit chat and catch up, and so I'd love to answer your questions in between. But other than that, I want to say thank you guys for watching. Remember to do the important things: like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you on the next Q&A, or else, I mean, there will not be a video. So please do send those questions. I hope you have a good week, blessed week, and I'm not a failure. I'm not a failure. I'm not a failure. 'Cause I'm loading.